Hi everyone, Dolly's here. Thank you for joining me. I uploaded this card using Kraftin Kimmie stamp for Artful Angel, and it's a side step fold. Very easy to make fold, but it looks fascinating. It looks like it took a lot longer than it really did, and I wanted to showcase it and show you how easy it is to do and modify. Okay, so sideways looks like this. There's a few ways that you can decorate the front. I even added, in this case, that little wave. She's at the pool. Isn't she adorable? She is painted in watercolor and Prismacolor pencils, like a very big mix. So let's get it. Let's get started. You're gonna need either a T ruler or some type of ruler, or your cutter, pencil, scoring utensil, and cardstock. Your cardstock, it's gonna you're gonna start with an 8.5 by 5.5. We're gonna do one in the scoreboard, one in my cutting tool. You could do it at the scoreboard. I find it a little bit hard to do in the scoreboard because I don't have my sizings on the other side of the scoring board, so I never know if I am actually starting in the right line or not. Okay, but this is what it's gonna look like. These are all my cuts and my folds. All the scoring lines, everything that is a dash line is a scoring line. Everything that is a solid line, it is a cut line. So we are going to score it at 1 inch on both sides, and it's 1 inch from the side, from both sides. Okay, so this is going to make a little square. So we're going to score 1 inch, scored 1 inch, then we're going to move and we're going to score at the 2 inch mark, and then we are going to score at the 5 1/4 mark on both sides. Again, 1 inch deep from each side. And then we are going to score at the 4 1/4, but only between the two cut lines. And those cut lines are at the 1 inch deep from 1 inch to 5 1/4 inch. Okay? Let me show you. I'm going to start here. This is my paper. Okay? I'm going to put it in my cutter. Open the little arm. I am gonna put my paper at the 1 inch mark right here. Okay, maybe if I can zoom in. Can I zoom in? Oops. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in. Okay, so I am going to put my paper in, and I'm gonna move it to the 1 inch mark. Okay, and I'm gonna hold it right there. And I am going to do this first score line. It's 1 inch deep. And then I'm going to go on the other side and 1 inch deep. Okay? So I'm going to go to my 1 inch mark and stop, right? The 1 inch mark. Now I'm going to, since I know this is 5 1/2, I'm going to go from here to my 4 1/2 inch mark. Okay? Now I'm going to move to my second scoring line right here. That one is at 2 inches, and it's going to be 1 inch deep. I'm going to do the same thing. Move my paper to my 2 inch mark. Okay. And I am going to score 1 inch deep. And I'm going to move to the other side, and I am going to score it until the 4 1/2, which is 1 inch deep. Okay, I'm gonna go all the way over here to my 5 1/4 inch. And I'm really zooming, so I don't know if you're gonna be able to see me go all the way down to 5 1/4. But that's my 5 1/4 mark, okay? I'm at the 5 1/4 mark, and I'm gonna do 1 inch. I'm gonna do 1 inch. Now I'm gonna do my cutting line. I find it's much easier to do my cutting line now. I'm gonna rotate my paper, and I am going to go, since I want 1 inch from this side and I know this is 5.5, I'm gonna go to my 4.5. Do not press it, just move your blade to your 1 inch mark, and you're gonna go from the 1 inch mark to the 5.25. Okay? Okay, then you're gonna move it, and you're gonna go to either the 1 inch mark, or you can turn it, like rotate it, and go and do the same thing we just did, but from the other side. I'm gonna go from the 1 inch mark to the 5.25. Okay, now that those are done, now I see my cutting, the line that I cut. See it? Now I'm gonna do my last scoring line. My last scoring line, it's at 4.25, which is my middle of this card. Okay, so I'm gonna put it at 4.25 and come, and I am scoring just between those two cut lines. Okay. 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 I'm going to zoom out. Okay, let me show you how you're gonna fold it. I find it easy if you fold these two first, because then this one wants to fold, and then these two just fold that easy. Let me move my cutter out of the way. Press those scoring lines really nice. Okay, there's your card. Was that easy or what? Now, for the sides, you could, like, I know that some people give you the measurements. Like, this side is actually 3.25 inch tall by 1 inch wide, right? So you probably want to go 1/4 inch less, and that would give you a frame. You could either go all the way and then you glue it. Everything is easier to glue when it's flat down. You glue this side and this side. Okay, I'm gonna put it this way. I don't know if this is easier to see. Okay, but you're gonna glue it right here. And then some people, I know that they have done, like, they do a banner on the bottom. I did not do a banner because I wanted to add this wave. So I really just cut a rectangle that was 1/4 inch smaller than this rectangle here, that it is 3.5 by 4.25, the rectangle. I put it in there. You could just cut it so it's flush with this fold, and then put a banner here with your sentiment. So many things you can do with this. You could actually put like a big circle or an oval. Remember that you, as long as you glue it just to this flap, then your easel side card will fold perfectly. Okay, like in this case, she's coming a little bit over. You see, I just made sure that she was only glued to that center flap. Okay, and it's that easy. Okay, if you have any questions, just leave me a comment. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you try it. Okay, bye.